Hi guys, thought I'd just do one of those quick, might as well turn on the camera blogs because, well, I just got a couple of boxes from Rigol and thought you might want to take a look. No, it's not a teardown, no, it's not a review. I just thought I'd switch the camera on because I was going to open them anyway. So here we go. Thanks to Chris Armstrong at Rigol. He's sent me one of their new Arbitrary function gens and one of their new 815 spectrum analyzers, and looking at the commercial invoice, let's have a look. Here we go. Here's the commercial invoice. What do we got? We got a DG 100 megahertz 2-channel generator and a spectrum analyzer. It's the 815, I believe, and it's a 4000 series spectrum analyzer. Unit value $100. Geez, $100. Gee, I'll buy 1,000 of them and resell them and on eBay and make a fortune. Anyway, awesome. Thank you very much, Chris. They're demo units. So and judging by the packaging, it looks like they've been packed up and repacked a few times. So yeah, there we go. We've got a DSA 815 TG with the tracking. TG is the tracking gen. Awesome. And the DG4162 arbitrary waveform generator, which by all accounts is getting good reviews and stuff like that. People are really liking it, so we will check it out. And again, it's not going to be a review. Don't expect. Oh no, we got the full box inside the box. And here we go. So this is excellent. I've got so much bloody stuff now. It's pretty... let's have a look at the spectrum analyzer first. There's a box inside the box. Yeah, got to hold it with my feet and pull it out. There we go. So yeah, I believe they're demo units. I don't think they're new. Yeah, it's even got a demo unit sticker on it. Here we go. I'll pull it out. And US cord. So many US cords, man. I'm just going to have to refit them with... I might just go to Bunnings and buy a whole bunch of Australian plugs and refit the things. So what do we got here? We've got a DG815. Whoop. Quick start guide. Thank you for selecting Rigol's products. Yeah. And certificate of CAL. It doesn't give you the values at all, but it is a CAL certificate. Tells you the instruments it used. So that was done on the 8th of June. Brilliant. So fairly recently. Awesome. Keep that. And there's a CD stuck on the inside of the box, and out it comes. Interestingly, they've standardized on the boxes. The boxes are identical between the two instruments. I think they're pretty much very similar size instruments, but I think they've just got a standard box, and then they design the foam, of course, to fit in their standard size box, which means somebody's thinking. They don't just design the instrument and then go and then throw it over the wall to the packaging department and say, here, pack it, and they've got to order new boxes and everything else. So they just use a standard box and redesign the foam to meet. Nice. And there's a selection guide. They have a pamphlet of all their gear now, and of course they've got the that's the new 2000 series oscilloscope there, and which I haven't got yet. Somebody on the forum just got one, so go and check it out. There's some noise issues apparently. If you go have a look, yeah, we've got spectrum analyzers, they've got multimeters, they've got the power supplies. They've been reviewed on the Signal Path blog, I think, and they've got the 6000 series scope up there, and a whole bunch of stuff, and the good old 1000 series. So Rigol are really And with the Spectrum Analysers now, they've really got a full complement of high-end kit. So they're really, really coming along. So let's have a look here. So this is definitely a demo unit. It has been used. Let's have a look. Ta-da! Man, boxes. This lab is just full of bloody boxes at the moment, unfortunately. So, let's have a look here. We've got the new, ta-da! DSA 815. 9 kilohertz to 1.5 gigahertz Spectrum Analyser. Neat. Oh, look, headphone output jack. Great for listening to demodulation. I'm assuming. So that will be neat to try. And of course, very nice. I really like the look of the front panel on this thing. It's sort of got sparse, it's sort of sparse, but it's got the massive screen. It's sparse, but it seems to have all the detailed stuff over here. And there's a lovely encoder knob there. That's excellent. Does it push? No, it doesn't push. But we've got the plastic. These are end connectors. So, come on, pop off. There we go. End connectors, and we've got the RF input, of course, and the tracking gen out. I think the tracking gen module's only like a couple of $100 more. So if you are going to get one of these suckers, I highly recommend getting it with the tracking generator option. If you're going to spend your if you're going to spend like $1,300 or something, spend $1,500 and get the tracking gen. Very useful. RF input, 50 ohms, of course, maximum plus 20 dBm, 50 volts DC. That is very large, I believe. Very large input voltage range for a Spectrum Analyser, which is great. Usually the very low frequency ones, that go down to 9 kilohertz, I believe, have a much smaller input voltage range for protection. Anyway, I really like the look of this, and it feels, wow, that is, I don't know how much that weighs, hang on, but it's bloody heavy. Can this thing, hang on, I think this thing goes up to 10 kilos. There we go, 4.3 kilos. And it feels like you're really getting your money's worth. And there's the, it's a demo equipment. Ta-da! That's why I had to wait for it. They didn't send me a brand new one. They sent me a bit of demo gear. So they had to wait until they had one available. Let's look at the back. We've got IEC mains input, of course, over there, and universal input says it's about 50 watts. And over here we got, whoa, that's quite a selection. 10 megahertz in, 10 meg reference out, and external trigger, LAN, and USB. I believe they're all standard, so brilliant. I like it. Now it's PIC bridge compatible and all that sort of jazz, but oh man, that feels, there's a lot of shielding in that. The weight's all just going to be the metal shielding and probably some die-cast alloy shielding cans in there as well, I would assume. So that's really a nice bit of kit. Let's turn that on. I know my slogans, don't turn it on, take it apart. But I'm not going to take it apart now. It takes too long. Haven't got the time. As much as I want to. Ooh, it's a soft power button. I can see it. It lit up down there. Is it still lighting up? Maybe it flashes periodically. No. But, hello? I pressed you. No? What? What's going on? What's going on here? Hang on. Alright. I'm going to plug that in again because I saw a flash of light on the soft power switch. I'm sure I did. Maybe I didn't. Sure. Oh, hang on. Yeah, power cord's come out. Oh. Bloody dodgy power cords. Anyway, here we go. Let's time it. Yeah, there we go. See, it's doing that pulsing, you know, that heartbeat thing. So it continually does that, continually lights up when you've got the power there. Not sure if I like that. Imagine if you had a lab full of gear just pulsing on and off in the dark. Some people think it's, you know, it's wanky. Anyway, there we go. Rigol, local booting, decompressing, passing, device initializing. Wait, that's pretty quick. That was 11 seconds. That was nice. I like that. And that screen is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thing of beauty and a joy forever. I love it. Wow. Very nice bit of kit. I love it. I think it's 800 by 480 or something like that resolution, but it's very good. Let me tell you, there's no soft button. Oh, that's all status. Okay, so over here we've got status stuff, and then we've got our soft buttons. 7 soft buttons. Frequency, span, amplitude, system, measurement, bandwidth detect, trigger sweep, markers, demodulation. That'll be fun to play with. We can whack some headphones in there and demodulate some stuff. And USB storage. There's the C drive. User preset C, local D. It's got USB on the front, of course. And what a neat bit of kit. I really like it. Auto. And how do we get out of that? There we go. Bang. Anyway, not going to review this thing. Sorry. You'll have to wait for later. We will now do the put the black caps back on. Don't know why. I'll probably put permanent B and C's on there. And we have bloody microphone cord. It's much better using the lapel mic than using the shotgun mic, because when I turn my head away, the shotgun mic's no good. So let's get this out. All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't use the shotgun mic anymore. You may have, well, I don't use it much. You may have noticed in most of my blogs I'm wearing, you know, I've got the little lapel mic going up through there, and it's just much better. Another power cord. Oh man, I think I'm going to Bunnings this afternoon. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of Australian plugs and put them on. We have software, CD. Once again, we have a, does it come with cow certificate? No demo sticker on this one. It's supposed to be a demo. Certified gift Quality certificate, great. Contents list, certificate of cow, there we go, 7th of May 2012. And the instruments used for cow. Of course, you can't imagine printing a full results calibration certificate for like this spectrum analyzer, man. That would be insane. So we've got a USB cable, 20 million of those, and I've got a BNC lead. Neat. All right. Okay, here it is. Ta-da! No demo sticker. Oh, that feels heavy too. Not quite, I don't think it's quite as heavy. No, not at all. That's got to be, I reckon that's about 2.5. Oh no, 3. It's a bit off. I should know my weights. Usually pretty good at that sort of thing. 3.1 kilos. And let's have a look at this. Anyway, they basically they feel like good, really good bits of kit. I mean, you know, it helps having it heavy like that. It just feels solid, but they really, the quality of construction just feels brilliant. It does inspire a lot of confidence. Anyway, it's a DG4162 function arbitrary waveform Gen 2 channel. Of course, it's got 2 separate output channels plus 2 output sinks. Totally independent, I'm assuming. 160 megahertz, 500 meg samples per second. And once again, I do like the look of the layout. They've got the big screen on there. It's not quite as big as the DSA 815, but it's well laid out. They've got the waveform functions up here. They've got the modes, modulation, sweep, burst, and the 2 different channels here, color coded. Or you can switch between them by the looks of it, and keypad entry and a nice rotary encoder knob. Excellent. I like it. Oh, and a counter. Has it got a separate counter with an LED there? Let's have a look on the back. IEC, what's it take? Oh, no. There we go. We've got LAN again, comes standard, plus a USB. And on here we've got our 10 megahertz in out again. And you know, with all this gear, you know, if you've got one of those 10 meg, like a Rubidium 10 megahertz lab standard, of course, you can distribute that all throughout the lab and plug it into all your gear and have it all, you know, running off the same thing. They standardize on 10 megahertz. This is great. It's got a separate counter input by the looks of it. Terrific. Wow, I like. Let's power up. Looks like it's going to have the same soft power button. Wouldn't surprise me if it pulses as well. So let's give it a go. Yeah, there it is. It's pulsing. Yeah. It looks like they're going to have all their new gear. Wouldn't surprise me if the new 2000 series oscilloscope did that as well. So here we go. Let's time this. And Rigol. No trademark. Oh, wow, bang, 7 seconds, straight in. Very nice. Doesn't look that bright, actually. Not as bright as the, let's see if I can get them. Probably have to sit it on top here, hang on. This could be bad news. You could see an instrument fall here. This could be bad. Not getting good vibes from this, but the screen doesn't seem as bright as the 815 here. Have no idea if that's showing up on camera or not, but Definitely doesn't seem as bright, but it's still, the resolution is excellent. It's got to be at least, you know, 800 by 480 or something like that again. So it's brilliant. I'm not going to operate that sitting on top of there. They're not designed to stack these things. And has this got a fan? This one, yeah, it has a small fan on the side. The spectrum analyzer's got a bigger fan on it. So let's have a look. And I love how they separated the two screens by default like that. Really nice. And it highlights channel 1, channel 2. What does that do? Sync the two channels or something? I'm assuming you can't. Anyway, we're operating on one of them. So frequency 1 kilohertz. There you go. So it definitely has got excellent resolution on that. So apparently goes to 160 meg. So if we go 100, type in 160, it's got the units there. It goes down to microhertz, of course, being a DDS generator, and VPP upper limit 2 volts. Thanks for telling me that. And oh, okay, so it dropped at 160. I think it was 5, was it? That's why it told me that. I was wondering why it popped up with the 2 volts. So if we go to 1 megahertz, I'm assuming that we can. Where's the signal level? I'm obviously missing the amplitude. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, 20 volts peak to peak. Nice. At 1 megahertz. And yeah, if you enter frequency, of course, and you go into 160, enter. No, it's, oh, hertz. What did I do? Oh, megahertz. There we go. Yeah. So it obviously can't do that high voltage output at the higher frequencies, but brilliant. Let's go 10 microhertz. Beautiful. Offset, phase. Oh, terrific. Can have a whole bunch of fun with this. We've got square, of course, and I love, you know, it shows the waveform. Very nice. Ramp, pulse. Oh, what was that? Pulse said something there. Noise. What type? Can we select the type of noise? Doesn't seem to. Mode. No. Just amplitude and offset. Yeah, it's probably a way to do it. And the ARB mode, of course. Has it got like built-in ones, I'm wondering? Select waveform. Built-in. There we go. Because that's a sine C, of course. It's done that by default, but yeah, here we go. Here we go. All right, so we've got 10 H. Yeah, it's got, yep, okay. It's got a whole bunch of, whoa, common engine, select mode. Well, bioelectrical, medical. Wow, hang on. Mass trigonometry, okay. Common. So common ones, oh wow, it's got tons built in. This is really, really quite something. And absolute sine, Gaussian pulse, they're your common ones. N pulse, negative ramp, beautiful. How do we? Oh, I don't really like the selection there. It's got a little tiny dot. Why not like highlight it properly, like put a box around the one or something? I don't like that selection method. That really sucks. Yeah, that does suck. Anyway, let's go for our Gaussian pulse, shall we? Enter. How do you, I guess you don't enter it. Anyway, we can, if we go back. Hello. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. All right. And Select waveform. I'm going to have a look at these again because these are great. Engine. Wow, damped oscillation, dual tone, gate vibration. Ah, beautiful. Band limit, Butterworth, Chebychev. Voice? Oh, really? TV swinging? What? What's voice? I assume it simulates a voice. We might have to play that like through an audio amp. No? How do you select this? Don't like this. Pebcac. I don't know how to use it. Just bumming around. Where was he? Yeah. Voice. Okay. Enter. There we go. Okay. There we go. And it's voice. It obviously says something. I have no idea what it says. Almost certainly doesn't have a built-in speaker, that's for sure. But we could output that to an audio amp and play it. But this is great. Just the built-in waveforms. Wow. Engine. AM, FM, PWM. Bioelectrical, cardiac ones, of course. EEGs. Medical. And standard. ISO standard pulses. Surge, SCR, ignition. Maths. There you are. Oh man, look at that. Exponential rise, Haver signs, trigonometry, which we've seen, anti-trigonometry, and window stuff, all your Blackman stuff. Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm impressed. Very nice bit of kit. Wow. I think this goes for like, it starts at like $800 or something like that for the lower end one. I think this is the highest end one and it's like $1,200 or something, but very nicely priced for a such a powerful function RGen. Really like it. Counter. Ta-da! Counter open. Channel 2 synchronization will be closed. Thank you. And there we go. Looks like we've got an external counter. And you know, that'd be like a proper hardware frequency counter. Oh, nice. Nice bit of kit. Store. Help. 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 And preset. Man, I can muck around until the cows come home, but geez, I've been going at this like half an hour already. Oh, too long. I've got to do some stuff, so I just wanted to open these boxes. I couldn't wait. That was excellent. So thanks to Chris Armstrong at Rigol for getting me these puppies. Apparently I've still got a Rigol 2000 oscilloscope on the way, but once again they're having a hard time finding a suitable demo unit to get me. So I think they're in reasonably high demand, but geez, these are really nice bits of kit. And the spectrum analyzers, like, you know, like 13, I think $1,200, $1,300 for the base unit without the tracking gen, and only like $1,500 with the tracking gen. Can't believe it. On, you know, eBay, you pay like, you know, you can pay like $700, $800 for one of those old, crusty old CRT based ones you can still buy, and there's just no contest, really. I mean, you know, you've never had an affordable spectrum analyzer like this before. Really, you know, if you wanted anything decent, you had to buy one of the big names, the Agilent, you know, the HP, the Agilents, or whoever, to get, you know, a high-end spectrum analyzer. I mean, it only goes to 1.5 gig. I think this is the highest model they do in the 815 anyway, the highest. Maybe they go higher, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, for $1,500 with a tracking gen, beautiful. Oh man, going to enjoy doing teardowns of these and doing reviews as well. God, how long will it take me to review a bloody spectrum analyzer like that, oh man, I wouldn't even be able to scratch the surface of the capabilities. Same with the ArbGen as well. I mean, how do you review these things? You can't even do it in an hour, really. I mean, it's just crazy. Anyway, I love it. I hope you like that. That was just a, might as well switch on the video camera while I'm unboxing these things. I'll tell you what though, oh no, there we go. There, look, check this out. They've put these like wanky little plastic feet on them, and there's no rubber on the front there at all, and there's nice big thick rubber at the back. Rigol do that fairly well, and very similar to the standard Rigol oscilloscope. If you're used to that, they're not bad. Flip out feet, don't mind them. And the carry handles are pretty good. Don't mind those either. You can tell that they've gone for the you know, they're really trying to standardize on the look and feel of their stuff. How do you get out of that? No idea. They're really trying to standardize on the look and feel of their instruments, and they really are beautiful, and they do feel like quality bits of kit. The buttons, the knobs, the connectors look good, especially for the price. Incredible. Alright, I know you're going to get a bit upset if I don't actually get this sucker doing something. So what I've got 100 megahertz carrier frequency here, and I'm modulating that with a 1 kilohertz. Hang on, let's start out with 100 hertz waveform, and I'm actually demodulating it and listening on a pair of headphones using the demod function here, FM modulation, of course, and I'm going to see if I can plug the output of this into the line in of my camera and give it a go, and hopefully you can hear it. So let's okay, I'm going to give it a go. I've got to switch the mic over to line in, so in, disconnected my mic, got to go into my menus and stuff here. Actually, I can't change the mic type while I'm recording, so I'm going to have to stop. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm in my camera, I'm mixing my internal mic from the camera with the external line in coming from the headphone output from the Spectrum Analyzer. I've got my demodulation off and on. You should be able to hear the 1 kilohertz modulation there, and I can turn that off. Bang, it's gone. You can't hear that anymore. I'm pretty darn sure. I can see it on the VU level meters on my camera here. And the great thing about this camera is it shows 2 VU level meters, one for my internal mic and one for my external mic when you mix them at the same time. It's rather neat. So I can change the modulation here. Here we go. That's 1 kilohertz, and I can drop it down 600 hertz, 500, boom, boom, and then you can sweep that 1 kilohertz, 1.2, 1.5, boom, 2. So you can hear the sweeping of that FM frequency, and it's being demodulated from the Spectrum Analyzer. Brilliant. So that was just a bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought I'd just turn the camera on rather than just me do this all on my own. I guess that's the whole idea of the blog, right? It's just to shoot anything that happens in a lab, pretty much. Might have to set up a 24/7 live cam or something like that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I'll put these puppies to sleep, and I'll catch you next time.